We are just hours away from the Spokane Arena mass vaccination site opening up. We'll break down everything you need to know, and we'll take you inside so you know what to expect tomorrow.
Roughly 260,000 Idahoans aged 65 years of age and older that aren't living in long-term care facilities will be eligible for vaccine on Monday.
Plus, we break down how those eligible for the vaccine in Idaho will be able to register for their shots, where you'll be able to get them. Coming up next.
Winter storm alerts issued for parts of the inland northwest as we're tracking what is going to be a slippery Wednesday morning commute.
Preparations now in place at the Spokane Arena to set up that max vaccination site opening in just hours from now. The National Guard is on site and the Moderna vaccine has arrived. Tomorrow they hope to vaccinate 500 people. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 11. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Regina is off tonight. In less than 12 hours now, Spokane's mass vaccination clinic will be up and running at the arena. It's one of 4 such sites across the state, and earlier tonight I got a look inside to help you know exactly what to expect if you secure one of those coveted vaccine appointments.
We're very excited. We know everyone else is too.
Inside the Spokane Arena tonight, the vaccines are in place, stations are set up, and organizers say they are ready to get to work.
We're looking forward to tomorrow. I think our staff's prepared. We know we're going to have an influx of activity early tomorrow morning.
Here's what you need to know. Once you've secured a time to get vaccinated, you'll need to enter the Spokane Arena parking lot from West Boone Avenue. Staff will direct you where to go and confirm that you have an appointment. From there, you'll park and enter the arena on the northeast side, the main entrance. Have your ID handy and be prepared to fill out a brief questionnaire about health history. At Station 2, you'll get the shot and then move on to a waiting area. That's where medical staff will monitor you for several minutes to watch for any adverse reactions. Organizers believe this is an important step, and it's why they opted against having a drive-through model.
We believe it's safer to have people on site for observation and recovery if in fact they need that assistance.
Organizers estimate the process will take you 25 to 30 minutes total from the time you enter the arena to the time you leave. They're hoping to vaccinate roughly 60 people per hour, and they are planning to administer 500 shots a day.
We're, ready to vaccinate every single person in our region. It's just going to take a little bit of time.
And you can visit chaz.org/COVID vaccine starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning to schedule your appointment. If you don't have internet access, a phone line will be available starting this Friday. That line will also be available in Spanish, and that number is right there on your screen. You can also find it on KREM.com. The site will be open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday. It'll be open from 9 to 5. On the weekends, the hours are 9 to 3. You can make your appointments up to about a week in advance. Let's head back down to the arena tonight where we find our Brandon T. Jones live. And Brandon, this isn't the only place you can get vaccinated, right?
Mark, that's correct. The officials that are actually running the location here at the Spokane Arena are recommending you check in with your healthcare provider to see if their office is distributing vaccinations. Doing that can make this whole process simpler for not only yourself, but the workers here who are trying to work hard and get this vaccine distributed.
Before anything, you'll want to check in with your primary healthcare provider. Local clinics have been scheduling appointments for several days now. Washington is currently in phase B1 of the rollout plan. Anyone over 65 is eligible to receive the vaccine. Places like Multicare, Kaiser Permanente, and Summit Cancer have all begun distributing doses of the vaccine.
After a very stressful year, they just took the stress away. It was like when we walked in and got in line with our 6 feet apart, they kept checking to make sure everyone was okay.
That was Estelle West, and she and her husband live in 9 Mile Falls. They went to Deaconess Hospital run by Multicare in Spokane for their COVID vaccination. She told me the entire process was rather simple. Upon arriving, several volunteers were there to assist with the process. In a few weeks, they'll receive their second doses of the vaccination.
More vaccination clinics are expected to open within the next few weeks. There's no doubt this arena is going to serve as a monumental resource, and as they get more vaccines distributed throughout the region, it'll also help get people their vaccines. Mark.
Brandon, quick question. What are some of the best ways to find vaccination clinics in the area?
Mark, the best way is going on Phase Finder. So it's a quick, simple Google search. You'll find it under Washington Phase Finder. It gives you the vaccine locations, vaccine requirements, and it'll tell you also if you're eligible. You'll just need to bring proof of identity and proof of insurance.
All right, all good information. Brandon, thank you very much. Live at the arena tonight. And starting Monday, about 250,000 more Idahoans will be eligible for the vaccine. The state has already administered about 100,000 vaccines, and they say they want to keep that momentum going. Here's KREM 2's Morgan Trow with how you can register for your shot in Idaho.
After a record-breaking week administering over 25,000 doses to first responders, teachers, and child care staff statewide, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare is welcoming a new group to the center stage.
Roughly 260,000 Idahoans aged 65 years of age and older that aren't living in long-term care facilities will be eligible for vaccine on Monday.
This comes after Governor Little announced that anyone 65 and older had been moved up in the priority groups and can start getting vaccinated starting February 1st. Public Health Administrator Elke Shaw-Tulak acknowledges that that is an ambitious task, especially as Idaho only receives about 21,000 doses a week. That means if everyone who is eligible for the vaccine wants it, some may have to wait until May to finally get it. That means that Panhandle Health District will only get a certain amount of vaccines a week. So they say depending on supply, a tiered approach may be needed.
We are going to enhance our state websites to clearly explain who is eligible for vaccines and connect the people to the local public health districts' websites and call centers.
On Monday, individuals eligible for the vaccine will be able to find appointments with clinics in their area from the state website. They say the updated site will be launching that morning, so until then, you will not be able to see the option to book. Health professionals add that they are trying to be as fair as possible in regards to vaccine distribution. They are evaluating each health district's population numbers, how many providers they have, and how many vaccines are being ordered.
Are you or will you be addressing those who don't have access to Wi-Fi, who can't access a computer, or who maybe don't have cell service, so they can't find out this information? How are those people going to have access to the vaccine?
Sort of maybe non-traditional communication methods. So, trying to get the word out through churches and faith-based organizations. Of course, we are relying heavily on technology, but we do know and are working to ensure that there are ways that hard-to-reach populations understand where they can get their vaccination and how to sign up and how to get an appointment.
DHW's Sarah Leeds says they are learning as they are going, as this process is new for everyone.
We're hopeful that we'll see an increase in vaccine available to us by late February or March. So if any additional types of vaccines are authorized, it will allow us the opportunity to vaccinate more people at one time.
Individuals in the 65-plus group who do not have access to technology can contact their health district, local pharmacy, or primary care clinician to learn more or schedule an appointment. Reporting in Spokane, Morgan Trow, KREM 2 News.
For more on the max vaccination site at the Spokane Arena or how to get the vaccine in Idaho, just text the word vaccine to 509-448-2000. You can also find information about eligibility requirements and how to make an appointment on our website, which is KREM.com. And be sure to catch up with KREM starting at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. We'll have live team coverage at the Spokane Arena. Let's switch gears now and talk weather. We saw a little bit of snow today, expecting more tomorrow. Let's get straight to meteorologist Thomas Patrick in our outdoor weather center tonight. And Thomas, for folks heading to the arena tomorrow morning, they might see some snow.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, that snow is going to be falling before dawn tomorrow, about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Should be those first snowflakes. And with it being so cold as it is tonight, it's 24 degrees right now. Those first snowflakes that fall will be the first that stick to the road. So this is likely going to be a Wednesday morning commute issue across the area. There are winter weather advisories in purple and even some winter storm warnings for the Omak, Chelan, and Wenatchee areas. This kicks in tonight and lasts through the morning hours tomorrow, as that's when our next batch of snow is going to fall. Could start as early as 4 o'clock in the morning for Spokane, but should be easily underway by 5 or 6 a.m. come tomorrow. And here's this kind of a region-wide look. And yes, I say as early as 10 p.m. because when I made this graphic was thinking 10 p.m. would be the earliest that we could see that snowfall, and Doppler radar actually confirms that as of the 11 o'clock hour now. Looks like there's some snow already starting to move into the Ritzville area. It is moving from south to north across the region in association with how that weather system is spinning counterclockwise, so that moisture is just pluming northward, and that's what we'll be tracking, and that's what's going to be falling throughout the morning hours come tomorrow. So coming up, going to detail how much snow is in the forecast per region and just how active of a weather pattern we are in for the rest of this week.
Sounds good, Thomas. Thank you very much. Let's talk some sports now. The Seahawks have hired Rams passing coordinator Shane Waldron as their offensive coordinator. That's per ESPN's Adam Schefter. Waldron has been in that role with the Rams for the past 3 years. The Seahawks, by the way, fired offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer a few weeks ago after their season-ending loss to the Rams. Still ahead tonight, we have been flooded with questions from viewers like you about the mass vaccination site opening tomorrow. We'll answer some of your top questions coming up after the break. Plus, the Tri-Cities mass vaccination site looks a bit different than the one here in Spokane. And yesterday, some technical problems caused that site to become first come, first served. How it looked today, coming up next.